Okay, students, in this problem it says that Osmo bought a hammer for $8 and some nails that were $3 per pound. The total for the purchase was $11.75. Which of the following could be used to determine the number of pounds of nails that Osmo bought? So again, remember that when we have a story problem like this and we're trying to write the equation or the inequality, we're first going to look to see if we find a number that is with per, each, or every, so that I can put it with my variable. So if I look at the problem, did you see one number that had that, either the per, the each, or the every? Yes, the per is right here with the 3. So it's going to be 3x. Now we also have, he bought a hammer for $8 and some nails. So 3 for each pound of nails and also the hammer. So if he's going to buy both of them together, the total is for them to be added together. The total is them put together. So 3 per pound plus $8 for the hammer. So here are the nails, and then here is the hammer, and together they equal $11.75. So notice that this is an equation because they told us that the total is, okay, the total for his purchase was $11.75. It's not less, it's not greater, it's just exactly $11.75, so that's an equal sign. Now to solve it, because the numbers are on a number line, you can see that there's no arrows, there's only dots, because we have to figure out what is x. So we're going to go ahead and put a line, and we're trying to solve for x, so that means we got to get rid of the 3 and we have to get rid of the 8, but we always start with the number that's not with the x. So notice that 3 is with the x, so we're going to leave the 3 for last. So our first thing to do is get rid of that 8, and the way we do that is to do the opposite. So there, in the equation it says plus 8, so we need to do minus 8. And if I do something to one side of an equation, I must do it to the other. Now be very careful here, because we're not going to put the 8 over here under the 5. That would be 8 cents. We have $8, so we have to put it in the dollars. So we put 8.00 there. Okay, and that's going to leave us with 3x equals, now I have to subtract this. And so I have 375. Now our second step is to get rid of the 3. Now we can get rid of the 3. And it's being multiplied by the x. That's why it's sitting next to it. So to get rid of it, we're going to divide by 3. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Why am I going to try to divide by 3? Because 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 1x is the same thing as just x, which is what I want. I want x all by itself. I need to isolate that x. That's what I'm going to do to get my solution. So that is equal to whatever I get for $3.75 divided by 3. 3 goes into 3 one time. We bring down the 7. Bring this decimal straight up. 3 goes into 7 two times. We're going to bring down the 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times. That would be 15, and then we're done. So x is $1.25. Now let's look at our number lines. So the first number line has a dot that is between 0 and 1. It's closer to 1, but it's not even at 1. So this is less than $1. Maybe about 90 cents, right? Which is not what our answer needs to be. Now G is between 1 and 2, so that could be good, and so is H between 1 and 2. J is saying $5. That one is completely off, so we know that one's wrong. So now let's talk about what we know about the positioning. So we're looking for 1.25. We want to think of our benchmarks. So 1.50, $1.50 would be right in the middle, right here, $1.50. $1.50. So should our dot be after and closer to the 2, Or should it be before the 150 mark and closer to the 1 if it's 125? Exactly. It's 1.25 should be less than $1.50, so it should be closer to the 1, less than the halfway mark, and so the correct answer is G.